Last question for you, on the way to rush to go. Beterbiev, Bivol, you watched the fight. Who do you think won the fight?
Yeah, I watched this fight. I think Bivol win this fight.
No.
No.
Not 50-50. One, Beterbiev is 38 years old. Beterbiev has been down.
Yes.
Bivol never been down.
Every time. Beterbiev will throw a combination, and right away, Bivol will retaliate with a counter with more volume.
Boxing experts believe Dmitry Bivol will defeat Artur Beterbiev in a rematch due to his superior ring IQ, footwork, and defensive skills. Bivol's ability to control distance, counterpunch effectively, and evade Beterbiev's power shots gives him an advantage. His stamina, discipline, and adaptability make him a formidable opponent over 12 rounds.
Controversial rounds in the later rounds. But I can tell you this. I've had Bivol, because we're watching the fight and we're focusing on it because we knew it was a tough fight. And everybody knows that Beterbiev is very strong and he can hurt you with any punch. But up to the seventh round, I had Bivol winning the fight with his moves. He was moving really well on his feet. He was countering. Of course, we were getting hit because it's a fight. But he will get hit with 1-2 or maybe a hook and a right, and he will come back with a 1, 2, 3, 4, boom again. And then he'll move and boom, boom, jabbing. He was busier with his jab. He was busier with his counters.
Bivol appeared determined ahead of the rematch, stating that it's no longer just about the belt. He emphasized his focus on correcting the mistakes from the first fight, saying, "It's more than just the belt now." His mindset reflects a deep...
I wanna make second fight, and I wanna be winner of this fight. What about belts now, which I could see? Before I was so wanted to have these belts and nothing else. But today I want not only just belts. I wanna revenge. I wanna fix what I did before. I wanna win, not just belts. It's not only about belts now.
Boxing analysts view this rematch as an epic showdown after closely contested first fight that divided opinions. Many, including the speaker, believe Bivol won, though Beterbiev's decision wasn't unreasonable. The highly anticipated rematch on February 22nd promises another thrilling battle, showcasing contrasting styles, Bivol's fleet-footed movement and fast combinations against Beterbiev.
In this epic rematch, a first fight that divided opinion. Most, including myself, believed Bivol won it. But you couldn't really argue with Beterbiev getting the decision. Was it too wide on the scores? Yes, it was. Anyway, that's all history. They fight again Feb 22nd in what is no doubt going to be another epic fight. The first fight, again, just to quickly tread back on that, was one of my favourite fights of last year. Contrasting styles, Bull v Matador. Obviously, Beterbiev being the Bull, Matador being Bivol, with his fleet-footed, quick hands, flurry of combinations against the heavy-hitting, knockout artist, the destruction, wrecking ball that is Artur Beterbiev. I thought that the movement from Bivol was so good early on, and it frustrated, it annoyed Beterbiev throughout lots of that contest, certainly early on, but 10, 11, 12 were big rounds for Beterbiev. How do I see this rematch playing out? Well, when I looked back at that first fight, although I thought Bivol won, I do believe Beterbiev could potentially do better out of the two in the rematch.
Bivol controlled the early rounds, frustrating his opponent, while Beterbiev dominated the later stages. In the rematch, Beterbiev could improve by applying pressure earlier, but he must be precise rather than reckless. If Bivol adapts, he could secure a clearer victory, making the showdown even more intriguing.
The nod, and we could be so lucky that we see a trilogy. And I mentioned pot of gold. Where does the winner go? Well, the winner will reign supreme in the light heavyweight division. This is about legacy, though. This is about really cementing yourself as arguably the best light heavyweight that's ever graced the sport of boxing. And then there's opportunities for the winner, obviously. David Benavidez looks so good in defeating Morrell. I mean, this man, is a beast. He does not stop throwing punches. A little unorthodox, I think, at times when he lets his shots go. But he's got a great chin, though he was dropped against Morel, more off balance. He's got a great chin. Like I say, he's a unit. He's huge.
Boxing professionals have highlighted Bivol's effective use of the jab, right hand, left hook, and straight right combination, an offensive sequence that has consistently troubled his opponents. Analysts believe that in the rematch, Bivol will bring more power, focusing on body shots to wear down Beterbiev. In their initial bout, many observers felt Bivol won at least 7 rounds, showcasing his ability to handle and control Beterbiev. This performance underscored Bivol's technical prowess and strategic approach, leading many to believe he has the tools necessary to secure victory in the rematch. Renowned coach Joel Diaz has analyzed the upcoming rematch.
Bivol has a lot of skills, man. He's a very talented boxer. Beterbiev has the power. I felt like Bivol won at least 7 rounds. You know, he controlled most of the fight. And what you saying as he was punishing, whatever, I felt like he was fighting like he knew he was losing. He was the guy that was trying to get back in the fight.
Okay.
And most times I don't agree. Well, I'm gonna say most times, but sometimes I don't agree with the commentating. But I felt like he was definitely down and needed a knockout to win. But you know, he definitely hurt Bivol. You can see some of those shots, even though they weren't clean shots, they were affecting him. And you gotta give him credit for the power that he has, and also the resilience to just keep fighting to the end of the fight. But it wasn't many clean shots. He was catching them with, like, you know, short uppercuts and, you know, the jabs and everything, but those punches were hurting him. So I wanted Beterbiev to win, but I felt like Bivol, you know, because there's a scoring system, he was the winner of the fight. But if boxing was like, you know, whoever's getting their ass beat at the end, like a real fight.
Yeah.
But that ain't how it worked.
Yeah.
And favors Bivol. He highlights Bivol's quick movement and busy jab, emphasizing that his combination punching could present significant challenges for Beterbiev. Diaz's insights suggest that Bivol's speed and activity level may be decisive factors in the rematch. Boxing promoter and former champion Oscar de la Hoya believes Dmitry Bivol will...
He was busier with his counters. He would block and counter every time. Beterbiev would throw a combination, and right away Bivol will retaliate with a counter with more volume. So in the later rounds, obviously Bivol, you know, had a really strong fighter coming forward at him. He sort of slowed down. He got tired. Maybe three rounds, maybe 4 rounds. And if I had to judge the fight, I saw it for Bivol, not because he's part of my team in a way, because all these fighters are the same team, same management, and considered part of the same team. But I saw the fight. I gave Bivol at least 7 rounds. 8, 7, 8 rounds I gave to Bivol, honestly.
So worst case,
I saw him win. Worst case, 7 rounds. But I gave him 7 rounds.
do you feel like there has to be more scrutiny on the type of judges? Because
Definitely.
It doesn't matter what people see, it's what those 3 people see. And sometimes you have judges that favor the pressure, and then there's others that favor the boxers. Do you feel...
Not only that, there are judges that focus more on the later rounds, you know? They really don't do much, they don't focus much on the early rounds, only on the later rounds.
have the advantage in the rematch. He cites Bivol's unique style and exceptional footwork as key factors that could lead to his success. De la Hoya's assessment highlights the importance of Bivol's technical skills and movement in countering Beterbiev's power. Dmitry Bivol has stated that this fight is about more than just the belt, it's a quest for revenge. He acknowledges that
it's a very unique style. I would have to give Dmitry Bivol the advantage here a little bit because he has better footwork, you know. Beterbiev kind of like just stalks you down, you know, and with Bivol, he's just like constantly bam, you know. I love that. He's a good boxer, man, with power. And he's got skill up here. It's a tough fight to call. But I'm gonna have to give Dmitry the advantage. I think it's all about respect in the first few rounds. You know, how he's gonna take his punch if he has a chin. I mean, I think Beterbiev has a better chin than Dmitry Bivol. For some reason, I just feel that. I don't know if it's true, but if Dmitry Bivol can catch him, offset him, get him off balance with his footwork, I mean, yeah, it could be a long night for Beterbiev.
Many fighters don't get a second chance and considers himself fortunate to have this opportunity. Bivol is determined to showcase his full potential and correct the mistakes he made in the first bout. In preparation for the rematch, Bivol has been using unconventional training methods, including taking baths in the snow.
One, are you happy with an immediate rematch, or would you have preferred a little bit more time to rest?
No, I'm so appreciate that I have the chance, and I cannot let myself to think that it's not good time, or it's not good this, that. No, I'm happy that I have a chance. Not too much people has a chance and to have rematch, but I have it, and I'm glad.
So, going back to the last fight, Dmitry, when I saw you that Sunday, you had said that you were going to go and see Turkey and Beterbiev about the rematch, and then you guys posted a photo. You guys were together. I'm just curious, like, how was that seeing Beterbiev the day after the fight?
That's fine, just normal, like before the fight, the same.
Did you guys talk? Like, what'd you tell him?
No, we didn't talk. We talk only with His Excellency.
Oh, wow, okay. So it wasn't weird, it wasn't awkward.
It's something new, I didn't have before in this situation, but it was fine. It was like men talk, I like what His Excellency did, that he invited both of us and he asked, do you want rematch? And we said yeah.
So speaking of the rematch, Dmitry, just overall, what do you think about this rematch, and how different of a fight do you think it will be this second time around?
I think it will be a little bit different, and I think it will be more interesting for the fans, because we already know each other, and it's very soon we could prepare ourselves better for this very much.
How many times have you seen the first fight already?
Сколько раз я пересматривал бой? Maybe 2 times.
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. acknowledges that Artur Beterbiev is a formidable fighter with exceptional punching power, but notes that he has shown signs of slowing down, possibly due to age. This observation suggests that Bivol might capitalize on Beterbiev's decreased speed and agility in the rematch. Superstar boxer Canelo Alvarez has weighed in on the rematch, calling it a great fight between two incredible fighters. While he refrained from making a definitive...
No. Not 50-50. One, Beterbiev is 38 years old. Beterbiev has been down.
Yes.
Bivol never been down. Bivol been in there with who at the time was pound the best, which was Canelo Alvarez. Made him look like nothing. So I'm not saying it's 50-50. Beterbiev got everything to show me to bring it back up to 50-50. Right now, Bivol has the advantage 60-40. Now, Beterbiev is a hell of a guy and a hell of a fighter and has an awesome power. But he also has been down. So it's like when I look at that, I always look at stuff from where I used to see things standpoint.
Yeah.
And the way I saw it, if somebody else knocked you down, I got to get you down. You understand me? Now, that's a hell of a punch to walk through to get him down, though. So it's a very dangerous game that people all got to play because Beterbiev is the best puncher probably ever in that division. You understand me? So it's a great fight. If it's 50-50, it's because of his puncher power.
Definitive prediction. His acknowledgement of both fighters' skills adds to the anticipation surrounding the bout. Unified heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk has expressed his belief that Bivol will win the rematch. Usyk's confidence in Bivol's abilities adds weight to the argument that he...
And just one more from me, Beterbiev Bivol, the rematch. What a great fight that is in Saudi. How do you see that playing out, Sal?
It's going to be a really good fight again. Both are great fighters, and
Do you see yourself fighting a light heavyweight again?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Possesses the necessary tools to overcome Beterbiev. Super middleweight contender David Benavidez predicts that Bivol will win the rematch. He points out that Bivol effectively handled Beterbiev in their first fight and believes his punching combinations were...
Last question for you, and away the rush to go. Beterbiev, Bivol, you watched the fight. Who do you think won the fight?
Yeah, I watched this fight. I think Bivol win this fight. Oh, not Bivol, but Beterbiev win.
You scored it to him?
Listen, for me, I say for me like a 6-6 for round. Yeah, but more percent win Beterbiev. Last 3 round 100% win Beterbiev.
Superior. Benavidez's perspective highlights the effectiveness of Bivol's offensive strategy against Beterbiev. After the first fight, Roy Jones Jr. stated that it was a draw and advocated for an immediate rematch. His comment suggests that Bivol may have been unfairly judged in the first bout, fueling...
I thought Bivol won that fight, to be honest with you. It was a close fight. It could have went... couldn't have went either way. I feel like Bivol won most of the rounds. He controlled most of the rounds, and his combination punching was better.
Do you think he wins the rematch?
I think he does.
Yeah. Is it different, or do you think it's more?
I mean, I don't know, because both those fighters are both high caliber fighters, so they can make adjustments. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be the same fight or not. But if it's the same fight, I feel like Bivol wins.
Bivol's desire for revenge and motivating him to showcase his full potential this time around. Many observers speculated that Bivol was robbed in the first fight, as it was extremely close and could have been a draw. This controversy sparked debates among fans and analysts, with some believing Bivol's technical skills gave...
What up? Being that I was the last unified undisputed champion, probably about 25 to 40 years ago, I don't know how long it was. Last night we had a very fantastic fight. A fight that I thought could have gone either way, but you know, what happens, happens. However it goes, nobody won nor lost the fight by 4 points. So that's ridiculous, which is why I say we need an immediate rematch. Both guys did a lot to change. Beterbiev showed me more than he's ever shown me before about being a boxer. He actually can box, and I was surprised. Bivol was a very good defender, which we knew. He was a good counterpuncher, which we knew. He jumped out to the early lead, I thought, but you know, we never know. But however it comes down, Beterbiev did finish the fight strong or stronger. So that's why I think, in my point of view, the fight should be a draw, and let's get a rematch. You heard me? Yes. By the head in the building.
Gave him the edge. The disputed outcome has only fueled Bivol's motivation, driving him to seek an immediate rematch to settle the score. He views this fight as a chance for redemption and to prove his superiority over Beterbiev once and for all. With a renewed sense of determination, Bivol is prepared to showcase his full potential in the rematch. Following the contentious outcome of the first fight, Bivol was eager to secure an immediate rematch. His desire for revenge and determination to correct the perceived injustice have been driving forces in his preparation.
It doesn't matter what people see, it's what those 3 people see. And sometimes you have with judges that favor the pressure, and then there's others that favor the boxers. Do you feel?
Not only that, there are judges that focus more on the later rounds. You know, they really don't do much. They don't focus much on the early rounds, only on the later rounds. And the later rounds, obviously, he was more successful. You know, Beterbiev was successful. You know, you can see the pressure, and Bivol slowed down a little bit. But what happens to all the first half of the fight? You know, we have a first and a second. We go from 1 to 6, then we go 6 to 12. You know, but around there, you're supposed to know. And don't forget about the early rounds. These guys accumulate rounds by doing great work and putting some really good punches, combinations, and a lot of good technique in early rounds.
For the upcoming bout. While many favor Bivol in the rematch, some believe the outcome will remain the same. For instance, Teofimo Lopez has pointed out that Beterbiev hurt Bivol in their initial encounter, suggesting that Beterbiev's power could once again be a decisive factor. That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates. Until next time.
Who you got February 22nd, Bivol or Beterbiev? I think same outcome, Beterbiev. But rooting for Bivol. Hopefully he does better than the first time. If anything, I think Beterbiev is gonna hurt Bivol this time around. But kudos to Bivol, man. He boxed very well, but he just didn't show enough grit in the last championship rounds. It's a great fight.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates. Until next time.